You ever get caught whacking?
Nope. Never. And believe me,
Ben, you're laughing.
Like a monkey, I would go at it. When I was a kid, forget about it. Anytime, any place. Like a monkey. Multiple times a day. If I was homesick from school, I'd just spend the whole day jacking. I was like a maniac. I was addicted to my hand.
Wasn't that the greatest day ever when you figured out what you could do to yourself?
Oh, just fantastic.
It was the greatest day ever.
Just fantastic.
You know, it all starts with, climbing up those, the ropes in gym class. You go, whoa, what's going on down there? I thought this was, just something I used to take a leak.
No, it was like, for me, it was just, looking through porno magazines that you'd find. As a kid, you find them all over the place in the woods or
no, I know,
in
but
your dad's closet.
But you have to go back further than that. I mean, the day when you realize, wow. You mean, wow, I could, and wow.
Yeah, but once you put your hand down there, then it's all over. You could get a boner when you're a kid and not know anything, not know what to do with it or anything. But then once you realize that you could do something with it, and then once that first time, actually, it kind of scared me a little bit because I really wasn't sure what the hell was happening. You're just going at it, and something feels good, and you keep going because it feels good, and then all of a sudden, kaboom! You're like, what the hell is happening?
You get hit in the eye.
What the hell was that? Like, I thought just the act of doing it without completion was doing it. Because I didn't really have a grasp. Well, I had a good grasp but I didn't.
Did you think you broke it?
Yeah, I thought I broke it. I thought something exploded. It was like, it feels good, and then it like starts feeling better and better and better and better. And the faster you go, it's feeling really great. And then all of a sudden, kaboom, and you're like, holy gee, what the hell was that?
And you're like, I think I just broke it.
Yeah.
Because you think, it's just supposed to keep continuing.
Yeah. So I got done. Right? And then I went for a little walk in the woods to ponder it.
Like a rape victim?
Yeah, like a rape victim. It was.
Was
I'm
this
like,
after or before your shower? You had to scrub off the filth.
No, because it was in the shower. So I was able to take care of that.
All right.
And then I went for a little stroll in the woods. I don't even know how old I was. I could have been 10 or 11 or something. I don't even know. A little stroll in the woods, and then I'm like pondering the whole thing. And then I figured I'd jack it again behind a tree. That was how long it took me to do it again. It was like 10 minutes.
And to your relief, you realize, okay, it's not broken.
All right, this is pretty good. It's not broken. I will do this now multiple times in my life for every day of my life.
And I guarantee that was the day you blew off playing sports and...
That was it.
And picked up the hobby of women.
That was it. Find some porno mags and build a tree fort and just, The tree fort, the trees that I built the tree fort in just looked like white sap was running from it for many years.
You hand over the soccer ball back to Dad. Hey, Dad, I'm not going to be using this anymore.
Not going to be needing this. I'm not going to be needing my school books. I'm not going to be needing anything.
Dad, you could sleep in on Sundays from now on. I'm just not into this soccer thing anymore.
I found something I'm much more interested in, and that's what it was.
Right.
It was just, I was addicted.
Dad, here's my Little League mitt. Maybe you could give it to, Johnny, my younger brother, because I won't be using this anymore.
And that just continued for years and years and years and years.
That's funny.
Just jacking.
We got to go right to the phones. Talking about first time you jacked it, I guess.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that, weren't we?
I don't know how we got on that subject because of the guy listening to the Sacramento couple yesterday.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Let's say hi to Fred. Hey, Fred, where are you calling from, man?
I'm calling from Augusta, Georgia right now.
Okay. You got a story for us?
Yes, sir. I can remember, I'm 50 years old, so I'll give you that tidbit. I remember the days when we were with my mom, we had her Simpson Sears catalog, and that's where you're jerking off to. So I remember the first time I got
slow down. What?
Okay. Oh, what catalog?
A Simpson Sears catalog. I'm from Canada, so it's a Sears catalog.
Sears catalog that he would jack it to.
Yeah, I used to jack it to the pictures of the girls in bras.
In the bras?
Yeah, that was porno back then when you were like, I don't know, 10.
Kind of was. You'd have to look through the circulars and find...
oh, yeah, you get that... or the before and after.
Bikini ads.
The before and after pictures in the back of some of those teen magazines.
Really?
That my older sister had, where, like, you put this cream on your...
jacket to the fat chicks on the
No. it's even better, actually. I mean, that would be a funny story, too. But they used to have in the back of these magazines a breast cream.
Oh, right.
Remember the breast cream?
Yes.
Where supposedly the teenage girls were supposed to, put this cream on their boobs.
And their boobs would get bigger.
And they'd show the before and after picture, and then
ridiculous.
You would buy this product as a teenage girl, not knowing that it's actually puberty that's making them bigger, not this stupid cream. All right, so the Sears catalog, you used to jack it to that?
Yeah, that gives you that type of idea. I remember when I was 12 years old, I was in grade 8, and I wanted to get laid so bad because I was jerking off, and I wanted to know how it felt like. So I finally found this girl in grade 8 who wanted to do it with me. So she was like a wooden floor. So I was great.
Of course she had a wooden floor. She was nothing was happening down there yet.
That's right. So I thought all I had to do was stick it between her legs, and I'd be having sex with her. So we got on the floor in her bedroom, and then I stuck it between her legs. I remember it was too dry, and I just had to stick it between her legs. I told her to squeeze her legs tighter so I could get it in there, and it wouldn't go in, so I had to go down and spit in it, right?
Oh, my God. Only in Georgia.
Jesus.
No surprise here. Wait, were you having sex with her, or were you having sex with her legs?
No, I was having sex with her.
Oh, okay.
But the point was, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I just had to stick it between her legs, but not in her hole. You see?
Yeah,
So all I did was I spit in the hole, and it got nice and greasy then. Then I got in there, and I fucked her.
All right, Jesus.
Then our parents came home.
And then I found out years later that it wasn't sex at all. I had to screw it between her legs. I didn't put it in the hole at all.
All right, thank you, Fred. You scare me.
That is a frightening
All right, there
man.
goes Fred.
You are frightening.
We could salvage that call, though. There are things when you're a kid, that you think is sex.
Misconceptions about
Right.
sex that you
So
do
to that
have.
guy, I think he wasn't sure you were supposed to, as he said, put it in the. I'm not even going to say it. I mean, come on. Let's keep it a little clean on this show.
It sounded so nice and innocent the way he told the
Yeah.
story, didn't it?
But
Fuck her.
right, I think what he was trying to say back then, he thought having sex was just when you. Oh no, he did know, but he ended up having sex with her legs.
Opie, I have no idea what that guy was talking about.
I'm really trying to
Somehow
save that phone call.
he had sex with the girl's legs and didn't actually do it, but he
Okay.
thought he was doing it. But I don't know if he knew what actually doing it was. He wasn't very clear. He was laughing too hard at his memories.
Right. Well, I talked about this in the past. I thought, I thought you had to do it in the back door, and that the other one, the front one was just used for what.
And when'd you figure it out the real way? Last week?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like all the girlfriends are like, ow!
No, it was after the film, obviously. Like,
it goes
that's
in
used
the
for two
front.
things.
Well, you're not too clear on the female parts because you don't have them.
Right.
So you're not sure.
Right.
You have the back,
Right.
so you kind of know what that's about. So you assume.
You know what? I think we're
you
going to
would-
just do a sex show today, I decided.
Is it completely
Yeah.
a sex show?
Because you guys try to tell us what you want to hear on this program. Now we're going to just do sex all day
Sexual
long.
discussion, and then we have sex on the couch.
Didn't you have
with the girls.
something similar? What you thought
Yeah.
was sex when you were a lot younger?
Yeah, I thought it was backdoor when I was a kid. I guess I was about maybe 7, and I thought it was backdoor. And then when I learned that it was front door.
All right, so you thought it was backdoor as well.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
'Cause
not
you're
alone.
You're not sure of the anatomy, so you don't even know that there's anything different up there in a girl.
Well, when you're really young and you see the front one,
yeah,
it's intimidating and quite scary.
very intimidating indeed.
And when you and I were growing up, women weren't really taking care of that area.
No, it was
So
a
you couldn't
big
even
jungly
imagine.
mess.
You couldn't even imagine that was the way to go.
Yeah.
You know, you just couldn't imagine.
Oh no,
It was
very frightening.
It was very frightening.
I was brought into it. Mom, turn the radio off, okay? Don't listen, because it's
Because we need Anthony to not have to worry about his mom listening.
It's embarrassing talking about
My
stories.
mom, it's hilarious. I was listening today. I had to turn you guys off. Well, I'm like,
Oh, that's
good.
what mine says too.
That's fine.
She called last night. She's like, "Yeah, I listen, but there are times I just have to turn it off." It's like, oh boy, whatever 65-year-old woman is really the demo we're looking for. So, no, turn it off. That's what, of course you're not going to like some of the stuff we're doing, especially when you consider it's me telling the stories.
What didn't she like yesterday? The poker chips?
No, she actually didn't listen yesterday, but there have been things
okay.
that whenever we talk about things like this, she doesn't like to listen, which is good. Don't listen. When I was a kid and kind of got hooked up through my father in California, my father kind of hooked me up with this girl.
He hooked you up with a lot of girls.
On my, I guess it was my 13th birthday or something like that.
Yeah. Is this the Buzz story?
Yeah, Buzz. Old Buzz. She was a friend of the family. She was 19 years old. I guess she had banged everybody that we even knew.
Everybody in the town?
Yeah. She was like the town whore.
Was she really?
The town
You never
whore.
said that before.
Yeah, she banged everybody.
Was she just a local
She
chick
was
in the
banging
bar?
all my father's horse friends, that would go riding with him and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, your dad was a cowboy after he left Long Island.
He was a cowboy.
Said,
Moved
screw
out to
Long
Southern
Island.
California.
I'm going to California, and I'm going to be a cowboy.
Bought a bunch of horses.
baby.
I went out there, lived out there with him. He bought me a horse. I had the horse, the whole deal, Opie. I was a Western guy. I wore cowboy boots and the cowboy hat. I was a cowboy. It was pretty funny. Had a 6-gun. Sure.
A real one?
Real one. Bought it for me for, also, I guess, my 12th birthday. Got me that. Got me a rifle.
How long did you live out there? I thought
Out
you
there
were
for,
just
I guess,
visiting.
13, 14, 15, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh, you did 3 or 4 years out there.
Yeah, 3 or 4
I thought you
years.
just used to visit.
My formative years.
Because I know your mom threw you and your brother on the bus one day.
No, that was actually coming home. I moved out there because I wanted to move out there. I wanted to hang out with my father and ride horses. It's a kid's dream to be
Right.
a cowboy. My brother got thrown out there by my mother because she didn't want to deal with his pot smoking. My brother's pot smoking, stealing and lying, stealing my mommy's quarters out of the quarter jar to buy joints and lying about it. So mommy threw him out. And
So he went first.
no, I went first.
Oh, okay, and then he joined you.
And then he joined me out there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he wasn't really into the whole cowboy thing, so he just smoked pot out there. It was pretty much doing the same thing, only out there. And,
But you got into the cowboy lifestyle.
oh, I was totally into it. I used to listen to the, like stuff you'd hear on Hank's Place.
I love Hank's Place.
I would listen to that. That was my music.
If you guys haven't checked out Hank's Place yet on XM Satellite Radio, I forgot what channel it is, but it's definitely worth checking out. It's like either 10, 11, 12, or 13.
Oh, it's hysterical.
It's way up there, but
Yeah.
Hank's Place rocks.
Yeah.
It's scary that people think like this in the country.
Oh, it's amazing.
In the country, but
It's Red State station.
exactly. Anyway,
And
go ahead.
I was one of them. I love that music. So I was a cowboy, and she was like the town whore, Buzz. And one night, my father and his girlfriend at the time were going out, and just kind of left Buzz there, and kind of were smiling, like winking or something when they left. I didn't know what was happening.
And you were 13, 12?
Yeah, I guess I was 13. Yeah, and then
Was this for your birthday?
Yeah, it was my birthday present. And then Buzz goes, "Why don't you go upstairs and take a shower?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." Not thinking anything about it.
Well, I was riding my horse today.
I had
I'm a little
cowboy
sweaty.
dirt on me.
Okay.
I had cowboy dirt on me. So I did, and I get out of the shower, and I'm ready to walk back downstairs and watch TV with Buzz. And I hear from the bedroom, "Aren't you coming in?" I'm like, and no, it didn't even hit me at that point.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, now what's the voice coming from in the bedroom? She was downstairs. Now why would she be? Oh,
And it finally hit you.
Oh.
You're like, this is it.
Oh,
This is it.
here it comes. I'm going to put all that jacking to good use. Yeah, so I heard,
Did you get an immediate boner?
oh, yeah. What are you kidding? You get that whoosh feeling all over?
Well, that's the blood just rushing.
Here it comes. Here comes that sex stuff. And then I kind of peer around the corner, and I look in the bed, and this vision is just etched in my head. It's Buzz.
Is it still a really hot vision for you?
It's one of those nice little memories you have as a kid. I remember seeing Buzz sitting in my bed,
Yeah.
but she's sitting up with her head and torso against the headboard.
Was she hot? Be honest.
No, she was.
I've heard the story a couple times.
You know what it was? she wasn't fat at all, but she was a big girl, like tall and not skinny, but not fat. And she had huge cans.
How much bigger was she than you?
It must have looked ridiculous.
Oh, okay.
Let's just put
I've
it
never
that
heard
way.
this part of the story, because you're 12, 13.
I was 13.
13.
Yeah.
You couldn't have weighed more than, what, 110, 120 pounds?
I don't know. I was a little more than that. But, it just must have looked ridiculous.
All right.
And she was sitting up in the bed with the blanket, like, in her lap. It just came up to her lap. So her huge cans were sitting there, all milky white.
They were huge?
Oh, they were huge. They were huge.
With nice blue veins.
They were just
Where you
huge.
see the blood just pumping.
Boom, boom, translucent.
Pumping
boom,
to the
boom,
nipple.
Boom, 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 boom. She was
Milky
sitting there.
white.
And I looked in, and it was pretty much the first time I ever saw him real live. I've seen a lot of porno.
Yeah.
I had seen a lot of porno at that point.
And they sat up nice?
Yeah, because she was 19,
Oh, okay.
She was 19. She was the older woman to me.
I know. When you tell the story, I keep thinking like she was a 30-year-old woman.
No,
but she was
no,
19 and you were 13.
19.
All right.
Yeah. And, she goes, well, why don't you come in? Like, all right. I went in, and the rest is my history. It happened.
Oh, you want to stop the story right there?
Well, I knew what to do, so there's no real details.
How long did you last?
It wasn't that long.
How long? Be honest.
I don't know.
A couple pumps?
I honestly, I would tell you, I really don't remember, but
Dude,
no, I remember kind of getting into it.
The first time you do it, come on.
You know what, though?
You were drunk?
I ejacted in the shower that I had just taken. I jacked it in the shower.
You were a jacking machine,
A
man.
monkey! I was like a monkey. I swear to you, a monkey.
So did you just do regular sex?
Yeah, but the point is, and how this got brought up, with the intimidation factor of the vag when you first see it.
It's quite scary the first time you see it.
And, dude, this was...
And there's a lot of parts down there, and you're like, wow, what does all that do?
Oh, my God, I'm going to need a chart.
Right, give me a map.
We had continued to have sex for months afterwards. Like I was going to. She would show up at the house after my father and his girlfriend would leave in the mornings before school. So I'm getting ready to go to school, and she would pop into my bed, and we'd have sex, and off I'd go to school.
Now what's messed up? If it was a 19-year-old guy and a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah, I did get in trouble for that.
What?
Kidding.
Oh, okay. People wouldn't think that's cool. Like a guy hearing that, hearing you tell the story that you're 13 banging a 19-year-old, that is a really cool story.
Uh-huh.
Every guy dreamt that could happen to them when they were growing up.
I told people at school, and they didn't believe me. They thought I was just another one of their friends lying to them. They're like, get out of here. I'm like, no, really, I just had sex.
Were you the first one?
Smell my finger.
Were you the first one to have sex?
Yeah.
In your group of friends?
Oh, yeah.
Must have. That's like really young.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
But the now one of these sexual encounters before school, she goes down on me, and it was just wee hoo boy, this is goody. I've had more fun than toys, and then she goes, would you like to do this to me?
Oh no!
And dude, I am talking. She wasn't that old.
Crank this up, baby.
Oh, she wasn't that old. 19. Still had teen in the name. Still a teen. Not a nasty Mrs. Robinson. Yeah, like I'm banging Dean Wormer's wife. With those pointy tits in her bra.
This music's playing in your head.
No.
As he pulls down her huge panties.
Yeah, I pulled down her huge. She did have big 70s panties. Like, the ones that just are not cut at all of the legs?
Yeah.
Just big bloomers? Those were the ones.
Let me step out of my bloomers.
Yeah.
And it had to be a mess, because this was like the 70s, right?
Kick the,
Late 70s, maybe?
Kicks the bloomers over the lamp, and the whole room goes dark. Her big bloomers.
So she goes, would you like to do this to me?
Would you like to do this to me? And the only vision I had was the vision I saw of it before I, put it in. So I remembered what it looked like very vividly.
What did it look like? Come on.
Dude, it was It was as if you had punched Fidel Castro in the mouth and his lips swelled up.
Knocked out all his teeth.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like Albert Einstein with a head wound. It was awful.
And there was
big.
And there was a couple shots of Novocaine in the lips.
Yeah. Like he was going for dentistry.
Right.
And the hair was spread out so far, like past the area. She had like leg hair on that. It was giant.
Thank God you just don't see that these days.
You just don't.
You know?
You don't. Thank God.
Because it used to grow. I don't know, man. Maybe we were brought up as cavemen in some other era because it used to grow like halfway down their thighs.
Down the thigh,
man.
It doesn't even grow like that anymore.
I don't know.
Girls
don't think
are
so.
less hairy, more gooder now.
But know what the problem is? All these styles come back. That style will come back.
You think?
Before our time is done on this earth.
I don't think so.
We are going to have to deal with that again. I'm telling you.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
That's like the Hitler mustache. Not down there, but the Hitler mustache on your face. I never see that coming back again.
I'm telling you, man. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
All right, so...
She sat on the edge of the bed one time, naked, and when she was sitting and her lap, her legs, she was bent at the waist because she's sitting. It looked like she was wearing black furry panties.
Ugh.
Her pubes were just so stretched out.
I can't imagine girls were getting a lot of oral back then.
Yeah,
I can't
know.
imagine, because now today, most of the girls are completely shaved.
But just think of the hairy mess when
easier.
they did. Big Burt Reynolds mustache and pork chop sideburns going down on a chick with a rug in her lap. Just a big hairy mess all around. God. Oh, cavemen. Yeah, that went on for years.
So did you do it?
Until I left back to... No. I went...
How'd you get out of it?
She goes, would you mind doing this to me? And I just went... I don't think so. I did. I said, I don't think so. She knew I was a rookie.
So then what happened?
I'm not ready to go for the big league.
So what happened then?
We just continued having regular sex.
Yeah.
She didn't cut me off from it.
That's great, man.
I guess she understood.
You're going to 8th grade getting banged every morning. That's
it was
amazing.
Odd. It was pretty
That's
odd.
amazing, man.
And then girls my own age, I was like, geez, this chick don't know shit.
And she doesn't
Could
even
you help a brother out?
She doesn't even have boobs yet.
I'm like, hey, would you, mind doing this to me? And they go, I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wow, that's funny, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hank's Place is Channel 13. Good.
Channel 13.
All right. Let me see if Ozzy could... that's a great story, by the way, Anthony.
Oh,
More details.
It was greater to live, Opie.
More details.
And then the next day,
yeah.
I got in the truck with my dad. He was driving me to school, and he kind of just looks over and goes, so, how was last night?
That's a cool dad, man. For my 13th birthday, I got a 10-speed bike.
Wouldn't it be fun to know what you know
now? You
now?
got a hooker. You basically got a hooker.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a money thing.
Did your dad bang her too?
Probably. Who knows? Probably compare notes. Yeah, Dad, I snatch. It was, now it kind of threw me. Yes. How was last night? Oh, if you knew what you know now, like I could have come back with, it's like, so how was last night? And go, oh, Dad, I don't like girls, thanks for the effort and stuff, and I really don't like girls.
Yeah. Man, that's...
Freak him out.
Yeah, that's
it was like, wow, no, it was, it was cool. It was good.
You had the coolest dad in school. That's right. Your brother wants in on the conversation.
Oh, yeah?
About you and Buzz when you were a kid, Anthony.
Oh,
out there in California.
Let's see what Joe's going to add.
Brother Joe, Anthony's brother, of course. Joey! Joe!
Yo.
Hey, what's up, man? You're on the air.
Yeah.
What the hell happened?
What's up?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Nothing, man. I was just getting gas. I'm on my way back from Atlantic City.
Oh, you're getting gas? Okay.
Yeah, I'm coming back from Atlantic City. I just saw Tom Jones.
Oh, how was that?
It was cool, man.
Did he do dry vagina?
a bunch of old ladies, though. It was hysterical, man. They're like throwing these big old bloomers up at him.
Do they still throw their underwear at that guy?
Oh, it's hysterical, man.
Oh,
I love Joe. You have a great life now, man. You don't have to get up early to do those.
Oh, Joe just cruises around the world.
He's just doing his band thing and
going to
see
Tom Jones
concerts.
Tom
Jones because he can now.
How does Tom Jones sound, Joe?
Things are good. good. You guys have made it that way for me. Thank you very much.
What's Tom Jones sound like? Any good?
Dry. Was that a Tom Jones song originally? Yeah.
The guy sounded incredible. He was really good, man.
Still has his pipes.
Great show. Hasn't lost a thing.
Wow, very cool.
Hasn't lost a thing.
I got to go check him out. It's pretty fun.
Well, anyway, I'm calling to talk about Buzz for a second.
Yes.
Anthony tends to whitewash things just a little bit.
What did I whitewash?
Oh my God, she didn't sound like a beauty.
Nothing about no. Everything's good as far as your detail goes, except for one thing. Buzz looked like a Cro-Magnon. She had the distended brow.
She had the unibrow.
Oh my God. Well, that's a detail that you forgot to tell us, Anthony.
I wasn't looking at her face. I was horrified at the vag.
What was hairier, her vag or her head?
It looked the same.
Or
The
her face, I
eyebrow.
should say.
She had a
Jesus.
univag and a unibrow.
Wow.
You were talking about the hair thing. I mean, that was directly due to the fact that she was like a Neanderthal.
Hey, at least I wasn't 15 banging that 30-year-old mother with a friggin' axe crotch.
Wait a second, dude. She was 32.
Wait, are we going to get a new story today?
Oh, there was one time I was with Buzz in one of these bedrooms in this house.
Joe's the older brother. Go ahead.
And Joe was slamming this 32-year-old mom.
While you were banging Buzz?
Yeah, in the same room. And Joe goes, "Hey, at midnight, let's switch." And I said,
hold on.
there is no way I'm banging that old broad.
All right, hold on.
And she walked like she'd been riding a horse for about 18 years. That girl, what was her name? Do you remember?
Sue. Sebring.
Sue. This girl, Sue, woman, Sue, her legs were so spread apart, and she had the gap, like where her vag was supposed to be, was a gap like a hatchet wound.
Was that from riding horses?
I don't know what it was from.
Or doing horses.
Maybe getting slammed by everything that walked.
But dude, she had to accommodate me, so it worked.
All right, wait a minute.
Oh, sure.
Hold on. Let's slow down, guys. Slow down. So I got to get the visual here.
Yeah.
You're 13, Anthony. You're banging Buzz.
Yeah.
While Dad's out doing his thing.
Uh-huh.
And Joe's in the
I think
bed.
I was probably 14 at this time.
All right. And Joe's in the bed next to you, banging a 32-year-old?
No, different room.
Oh, okay.
No, he was in a different room. It was
all right.
There was a hallway and then 2 rooms at the end of each hallway.
Did you hear each other going at it?
I don't think so. There was Peter Frampton was playing.
Oh my God.
They always used to put the Frampton Comes Alive album on.
Come on.
I swear. Sue would always put the Frampton Comes Alive album on blasting. And all we heard was, wow, 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 wow. Don't you feel like we do?
That was that wasn't Frampton. That was actually you going down on Buzz.
You know what? The old man hooked me up with her as well. I mean, the old man
Really?
did a lot for us that way.
Oh, there it is. There's some Frampton.
Is this bringing back memories?
Oh, it's bringing
boys?
back such memories.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think the old man was banging Sue also.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, wait. So Joe was a little older. So you were only 15 or 16 banging the 32-year-old?
Yeah, I was about 16, I guess.
Yeah, and he was banging the 32-year-old and wanted to switch at midnight.
What, you guys had a little conference in the hallway?
Yeah.
In
'cause
between
we knew.
bangings?
We saw Sue breaking out the Frampton album. We knew we were getting laid. So,
Real tag team.
yeah, so Joe wanted to do the switch. And, man, I had, believe it or not, Buzz with the unibrow, the big 70s Earth Mama muff, the big Amazon woman was bad enough. But this is telling how bad Sue was. I wanted no part of her. There was nothing about Sue that was turning me on. She was much too old.
She was thin, though. She was thin. She was small.
She was emaciated. She had flapjack tits. She had two. She had 2 kids who were in the other room. She had 2 kids in the other room.
Dude,
What? Wait. In the other room?
Yeah, there was another room that the kids were in.
This was a flop house.
Oh, it was
I
ridiculous.
swear to God, man, I would have gone through 5 Sues before I would have taken 1 Buzz.
You wanted Buzz. You were the one that recommended the switch, that suggested the switch at midnight.
Dude, that was because I was 15 and I figured, what the fuck? We were screwing around. It would be fun, something to do. Switch it up a little bit.
Horrifying.
What were the kids doing while you were banging their mother?
They're probably playing with Legos. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows?
Did they call you Daddy,
I
Joe?
remember the girl walking in one time on me.
Oh, great.
The little girl walks
Yeah.
in.
On us one time.
She was like 7.
I know, and she was only about maybe 6 years younger than me, right?
Can we find any of these people?
Who knows? I don't know. What the hell's going on in California? Sue's probably
Which
Probably
hippie
got the
colony
AIDS.
should we check? Oh my, you guys are a bunch of hippies out there.
Hippies. Bras at Tom Jones last night. Who knows?
Probably.
She's old.
Old
She's
broad.
old by now.
Joe, you had a great father, man.
I'm telling you.
He liked to
you guys
party,
pussy.
that's for sure.
He gave you guys poo-ha, man.
Guns,
I remember,
alcohol, and guns, alcohol, and the bitches. He hooked us up.
You know what my
horses,
dad gave me?
Booze, bitches.
My dad gave me a good jump shot.
There you go.
That's what I got from my dad, a good jump shot.
I used to come
And really good ball handling skills, and you guys are getting poo-ha, man.
I used to come home from school. I went to Marco Forster Junior High School, and it was right by the stable where we kept the horses. So I would get done with school about 3 o'clock, walk back to the stable. And every day, my father, who for some reason couldn't hold a job, was sitting in a chair with Chato, the Mexican guy that had a horse at the same ranch. And they would just sit there drinking what they called yambos. They were the big 40-ounce beers. Why don't we get another yambo, Yoey? And then they'd sit there just drinking beer. And when their wives or girlfriends would bitch at them, they would look at each other and go, I'm going to get me another one. And this was their life. Riding horses, drinking,
and banging.
Screwing girls like Buzz and Sue.
Yeah.
So he was getting us right in line to do that.
And
Drinking beer, riding horses, and screwing women.
Making homebrew.
And making the homebrew. They used to get these casks from these whiskey factories. Big wooden barrels. And they would take them back to the ranch, fill them up with like 5 gallons of water, and then roll it. Every couple of days, you'd roll it like a quarter roll. And then after a month, you'd drain it out, and you'd get 1 gallon of liquid that would come out. But it was like pure alcohol that it would leach out of the wood from the casks. And we're kids, and they're giving us shots of this stuff. We were fucked up. I mean, completely hammered. What a great way to be raised.
Dude, you drank a glass. You had it on the rocks.
Yep.
And stood up from
That's how I drank at 13. On the rocks.
On the rocks. Go ahead, Joe. Joey.
Yo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, and then you proceeded to go straight down to your knees.
Oh, yeah. Took a big shot and just went
that.
thud. Passed out. It was great.
Why straight down to your knees? Buzz was standing in front of Anthony
No,
there?
I wouldn't have gotten on my knees for Buzz, that's for sure. Looked like tumbleweed rolled in her lap.
All right, you know what? To wrap this up, you guys got to tell the story of Mom finally calling out to California and going, boys, it's time to come home. I think she was a little concerned for your safety.
Oh, that was when we had decided it was time to come back east and maybe get civilized for a little while. I was just coming back to visit. Joe, of course, was coming back to live there. But after I visited with my family here in New York for a while, I realized I was kind of programmed in California, and they kind of deprogrammed me here in New York, and I decided I better stay because I really was heading on the road to ruin out there.
But it's funny how you guys got back home. You had to take the bus trip,
Yeah,
right?
well, my mother had sent out 2 airline tickets for me and my brother to fly us from California to New York. So my father got the tickets, went to the airline, sold the tickets, took the money, and bought us 2 Greyhound bus tickets. And put us on the bus, and there we were on this 2-week-long excursion.
You can't be pissed at him because he gave you poo-ha, man.
There you
go. Along with hookers and pimps.
Yeah, so we were taking a bus all the way from California, L.A., to New York City, and it stopped at every city. You know, we stopped everywhere. And the collection of dregs of society, male hookers, hustlers, girl hookers, pimps, and I'm talking like Huggy Bear pimps. These guys with the fur hats and everything. It was just a collection. An Ouzo bum who had a bottle of Ouzo with him the whole trip that everybody, when he passed out, would take and pass around the bottle. And we were drinking this bum's Ouzo. This hot chick we met that was getting off in Cheyenne, but decided to hang out with us all the way into New York. Who knows what happened to her? Probably murdered or ended up a hooker. And then we finally get to New York after 2 weeks on the road. And right when we step off the bus, we get arrested by NYPD. This detective comes over.
Came up to me and grabbed me by the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, boys, you have to come with me," right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you left out the fact that I was smuggling in Thai sticks.
Right. Now the cop goes, "Come with me, get your bags." And we're like, oh, my God. Joe's got, like, pounds of Thai stick.
How old were you, Joe?
Oh, God.
Probably 17 now. I think you were 17.
Oh, okay.
I was about 17, 16, 17.
and he just like a load of tie stick in his bag. And the guy goes, "We're going to get your bags, and we're going to check you out, you know, because they thought we were runaways. They thought we were runaways coming into New York to, you know, hustle or something." So thank God that girl did follow us from Cheyenne and just hang out with us on the bus. We told her, "Could you get this one bag and get it immediately before we get there?" And she ran and got the bag and actually didn't steal it and took it. And then the cop goes to call my mom up, and I'm like, "Could you just identify yourself and first say your kids are fine? I'm NYPD, and I just took them, and I want to verify that they're not runaways." He gets on the phone. "Hello, Rosemary? Yes. Do you have two sons, Joseph and Anthony?" Yeah, and you just, my mother's horrified. This guy just strung it along without, like, telling her we were okay. Guy was a real prick. But we got off the hook.
Remember the knives that the old man gave us?
Yeah, he, like, confiscated our knives.
My side, and the cop was patting me down. You know, he goes, "Oh, what's this? What's this?" Puts his hand over by his gun, takes the knife away.
Yeah, what a collar.
Yeah.
What a collar, getting the Cumia boys.
Goddamn hysterical.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the memories, Joe. I forgot about Sue.
All right.
Well, more stories than that, though. For another day, all the Mojave Desert.
I know. Shootings and everything.
Yeah, we'll talk about the shooting next time you call in.
I saw more shootings than Puffy.
Yeah.
On an entire show, too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great story, but you're going to have to tell it live in the studio, though.
But, Joe, bashing Buzz when you're banging a Sue is a little much. Come on.
They were both.
She was this mousy woman with these big glasses. Remember Sue's big dopey? She looked like Tweety Bird. These big glasses.
"Hi, Joe. I got my glasses, and I'm going to bang you to Peter Frampton." "Ow, my ass hurts from last night."
Oh, that's funny.
So don't bang my Cro-Magnon woman.
No, man. Who'd you rather fuck, Tweety Bird or Mike Tyson?
I was screwing Sasquatch.
No shit.
That's great. All right, Brother Joe.